What's up, y'all? Just finished first round of cleaning on that motor. This one here is pretty dirty. This is just Dawn dish soap and a nylon brush to get most of the solid stuff off. I think it's gonna clean up pretty good with some purple power. Anyway, cleaned up my tools and figured now's a good time. Let's do a little tour of my Junkyard go bag. So this is what I bring with me to the junkyard. I can pretty much take anything I want off of the car with everything in this bag. If I were pulling a motor or something, then I would probably bring like a big pry bar, a big hammer, and an impact. But the last motor I pulled, I actually didn't bring any of that stuff, and I got it out just fine. It just takes a little bit more work, more time. Anyway, nice and light, but as we'll see, I can take apart a whole car with this. So this is just the AC Delco ratchet. I got a little wobble extension on there. This, excellent value. So I think it was only 90 bucks with a battery and a charger. And the cool thing about this one compared to the other cheapos is it has variable speed trigger. Most of the other cheap ones is just on or off. This one has a lot of torque, actually, a lot of torque. And another perk is it uses the Harbor Freight Earthquake 12-volt batteries. They fit in here. So you can get those cheap on Amazon or whatever. Harbor Freight does not sell those batteries anymore, by the way, at the store. So you have to buy them, the knockoffs, off Amazon or eBay. Anyway, let's see what we got in the bag. So we got gloves that I never wear, obviously. Got a wrench roll. These are 12-point combo wrenches, medium length. I don't like the big long ones. These can get into tighter areas. And if you do need leverage, well, you can always double up the wrenches. Let's see. All right, what else we got? Okay, so socket roll. I used to carry deeps and shallows. Now I carry these, which are semi-deep, which I really like them. These are Harbor Freight Icon. It goes 8 to 19 with no skips. So I got them all in here. A swivel and an extension. This is the perfect size to do most things that you need a deep for. But it's not so short that, or it's not so long that it gets in the way, you know, when you have a fastener in a tight spot. But big screwdriver. This is pretty much just for the screws on the rotors that hold them in place. It's a big number 3. 12-inch pry bar. Super handy. I actually left this at the junkyard not that long ago. I actually went back the next morning, clear across town, to get this. Left it on the windshield. Flathead screwdriver. Of course, you're gonna need one of those. Phillips number 2. Needle nose. I don't use these often, but it's good to have. These I use quite often. Hose clamps. Slip joint plug nose pliers. I actually never use this at the junkyard. I don't know why it's still in there, but you know what? One of these days I'm gonna need it. This is really handy. It's a driver, a socket driver, 3/8, but you can put a ratchet on the end of it. So it's an extension and a driver. It's pretty neat. Pair of dikes. This is great for cutting vacuum lines, water hoses, power steering hoses, engine harnesses. Ooh. 12-inch extension. I do have, yeah, here we go. 2 more extensions. These are wobble extensions. Looks like a 6-inch and a, what was that, 3-inch? And we got more shit in the sides. So, Allen drivers, metric. Some Torx. I think It goes up to T50, but I took out the T50 and I put in a T27, which this set normally doesn't include. So I'm pretty sure this is T15 to a T45. I took out the T47, T45, or T50, sorry, and then I have a loose T47 here. I forget what I use this on, but every now and then you'll run into something. It's better to have it and not need it, and need it and not have it, right? So this is all my loose sockets, and they are in here for a purpose. Okay, so of course we got a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, and a 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter, both directions. This is a 3/8 deep. This is for like a lot of the American cars, battery posts and shit, clamps. 17 12 point for flywheel bolts on a K series. Needs to be a 12 point. These are just other 12 and 14 12 point. And a 10 12 point. So this Honda uses a lot, like on wheel hubs, bearing units, stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a standard 10 point, but in a 12 point. Sorry, a 10 millimeter in a 12 point. My sockets, they're always 6 point. I don't mess around with 12 point unless you absolutely need to. Like if it's a 12 point fastener, always do 10. Yeah, sometimes you get less turns or it's hard to get on it, but oh, here it is. I forgot to show you this. But if you have a decent ratchet, you can get in there. Make sure you get one with a lot of clicks. They're so cheap now that, well, not this one, but you can get them really cheap with like a high tooth count that you can, even a small swing, you can get a couple clicks. Okay, so there's a 7. I think this is a 1/4. Just more random shit like electronic stuff. Sometimes you'll need this, and I mean, I would hate to have to do it with a combo wrench or some kind of pliers or something. And I don't know why this is in here because I don't have any 1/4 inch sockets. So I'll probably leave that out. Actually, the 12 and the 14 12 point I'm probably going to leave out. Let's see what we got on the other side. Alright, so we got some side cutters. I use them for wire cutters or zip ties. I got a magnet on a string. I got 2 ratcheting closed end wrenches combos. So it's closed on one side and ratcheting on the other. Non-reversing. I hate reversing ratcheting wrenches that have a little dealy here. You always end up bumping it and it flipping on you. It's just, with these, there's no angle, but you just flip it. And a sharp knife. So that's pretty much it. It doesn't take much to take apart a Honda. 10, 12, 14, 17. I don't even think they really use 19 on them. So, yeah. This is my loadout for junkyard hunting. As for where we're at in the car, this is the motor I pulled Friday, a couple days ago. Almost a week ago, I guess. This one's going to go in. This is an 07 TSX motor. It's pretty clean on the inside. I am going to do a timing kit on it and put a RSX oil pump on it. And that's about it. And then I can finally start dressing it up. Let's see. Transmission's over here. It's too dark. That's a 08 Civic Si transmission. Can I turn on the flash while I'm recording? I don't think so. Oh wait, here we go. Let's see. There we go. So that's a Civic Si transmission, and here's that Jaguar diff. Look how pretty that is. So S1 Built, they just posted on their Instagram that they are resuming R&D work for the Accord, the CB Accord, which is what I have here. to do an all drive swap. So that's why I got the diff, because I anticipate those Jaguar diffs are gonna start drying up pretty soon, or the prices are gonna go up. So that's my CB Accord. This is a CB wagon, but potentially all-wheel drive on both of these, so that'll be pretty neat. Anyway, just a quick little video, and hopefully the next video will be dropping the motor and transmission into the car. I have a new clutch for it and a flywheel somewhere. Yeah, once I get the transmission hung, even though it may not be final hanging, then I can weld in the motor mount on the passenger side. These Hasport mounts onto a CB, it does require the passenger side mount to be welded on. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching.